What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Be sure to follow us on our social media, which is down below in the description box. What did I forget? Why are you laughing?
Just because I already look skinny in the camera.
Yeah, you do. You snap back. Okay.
Okay.
Give him a stand up.
Well,
It's been a week. This is a story time. Spin around. Give it a 360. Give it a 360.
There ain't nothing to show.
All right. But yeah, you got. Come on. Come here. You can say hi.
You ain't got to step on the toy though.
You want to say hi?
Really dumb, King.
You can't say hi with a mouthful of vanilla wafers.
Anyhow, by the title, you guys can tell we're going to be explaining some things about us and our little family, our little boys.
They took one of our little boys.
So, do you want me to just jump into it?
Yeah.
First off, let me say, we are recording on a cell phone. King, your big old head is in the way, baby.
Yeah, they can't even.
That big old puff ball. Look at how big my baby hair is. It's just so nice. It's nice. Okay.
Okay.
Can we see?
Yeah, they can't see us.
Can we see?
Say hi.
And bye.
Say hi. King.
He's playing.
King.
Okay, that's enough, please.
All right, but.
We don't got much time.
Yeah.
Pooh.
King.
King Joseph Torres. Thank you.
Thank you. Here, go eat your vanilla wafers.
We're recording off of a
sit.
cell phone. David accidentally left our camera battery and charger
At the hospital.
Yeah.
I didn't. The nurses actually.
You didn't
Forgot
tell
to-
them that it was plugged in.
They cleared out the room, so it was their responsibility.
So we're using a cell phone. Anyhow, we have a list of things on this phone so we can keep track of, what we would have to talk about and not run on. So the first thing we want to talk about is preparing to leave King. I was a little anxious. King we weren't really besties that day. I don't know why. Maybe he knew we were leaving, but he didn't say, bye, mama, like he usually do. He didn't get upset because I left. Like, he went upstairs and played with Pawpaw that night.
You fart?
Excuse you.
You fart?
So, it was all about Daddy that night. So I was already kind of feeling the emotions. I'm like, honey, this is our last night together. You just don't know that.
She was sad.
Yeah, so I was very upset. And then we ended up going home. Well, I wasn't very upset. I was just upset. But we ended up going home, and I ended up doing David's hair. This is week-old hair. About to be 2-week-old hair. Just because I knew I wasn't going to have time, really, to do it. So I ended up doing it the night before we gave birth to the twins because I didn't have nothing else to do. I slept about 4 hours. I don't know how long you slept, but I went to bed around 2:30. I slept about 4 hours that night. I was anxious.
Dad.
Did you sleep? You went to sleep quicker than me.
I went to sleep. What did I do wrong?
Hey, be
Oh,
nice, honey.
man.
Be nice, honey.
Life with a toddler.
So yeah, I was pretty anxious that night. I'm pretty sure you did go to bed. You did go to bed before me. Yeah, I was pretty anxious that night, and yeah, you did fall asleep before me. Like, I was just staring at a black wall.
You were real nervous then.
Yes.
Anxious.
Yes.
That's the right word.
So the next morning, David talking about, well, I woke him up at, I want to say like 6:20 because we had to be there by 7. And, we really was supposed to leave around 6:40. But I remember you telling me 10 more minutes. I said no, because if I wake you up 10 more minutes, we're going to be extra late. We're already late.
I think that was you.
No, I took a
I was
shower.
up, showered.
I took a shower that morning. He did not.
Yeah, I did.
You didn't.
I took 3.
Anyway, we were late. But it was okay because they were extra late. And then when we got there, we were lost because we didn't go to the place we gave birth with King.
Yeah.
They have literally a sign that says birthplace. We had to go through like the main entrance this time.
They didn't
this time
have
around. They didn't have
big
that
sign
yeah.
or nothing.
So we were a little lost. We actually got some help from a lovely nurse. She looked like, I'm just gonna say nurse because they all have the same scrubs.
You sleepy?
But we got some help, and eventually we waited for like 20 minutes. We got in, all was good. So then I had to undress, give a pee sample, and start the process of getting prepped. And they basically ask you questions, get your blood and stuff. Oh, I hate it. I hate needles. I hate them.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to do all
That's
that.
when we was in that first room, right?
Where you left the charger? Yes.
Where the nurses
Yes.
left the charger.
That was our first room.
Okay, and so that's the room that y'all saw in the video where I gave y'all a tour.
Getting dressed? Oh yeah, a tour.
Yeah, I
Getting
gave them a
dressed.
tour. We had a master bathroom and a 0.5 bath because it didn't have no toilet.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it wasn't even a
It
full.
didn't have no. It did have a toilet.
I'm talking about our second bathroom,
Okay.
the one that was just a sink and a mirror. That's a 0.5 bath. That's what they call that.
God. David, you know, we would say like, oh, we're nervous, and then we ended up staying in that room for what, 2 hours, 2.5 hours.
I fell asleep.
He did fall asleep.
And why
I
in
did
the
too.
hospitals do you fall asleep and they wake you up as soon as you get like
In that
that good sleep?
I feel you, because when they came in, I kind of flinched a little
I know.
bit.
I was like, dang.
But I was ready to get it over with because
Yeah.
when 10 o'clock came around, that's when we were supposed to have the babies,
Mhm.
like or go to get surgery.
They told us
The
10
surgery
o'clock.
started. That's when we started falling asleep.
Yeah. We started falling asleep like that. It took longer. Hospitals always take a little bit longer.
Once we finally got, ready to go have the babies, they're gonna tell me, well, they wheeled me out in my bed.
Oh,
I
yeah.
felt so I just felt like a hospital patient. So they wheeled me out in my bed. They told me after we get outside the room that I have to be in there by myself so I can get prepped. And I was like, what? Like, okay.
I didn't even know what prep mean. I just thought they were going to get you dressed. Yeah, I thought, but last time I was in the room when they shot you in the back. So, you know what I mean. You
Yes,
know what I'm saying.
I know you were, because that's when I asked for the medicine. But anyway, I went into the room. Davi had to sit outside. You guys saw him waiting. I was so sad. I'm like, this is my support person. I need him, but I get it. They needed their space, because when I went in the room, I did not expect how it looked at all. Like, I watched videos.
It was all pink in there.
It was pink?
Yeah, you can see in the video. It was all pink in there.
Oh.
It was weird.
I was under some, the adrenaline, I didn't even really, everything was blurry. The room was bright. They was giving me medicine. I needed my support person. I was just so nervous. I had watched so many videos, and I tried to prepare myself, and I just was not prepared still, because it looked like I was going into surgery. And they put me on this itty-bitty table. That table looked like a cross, like I'm about to be beast or something.
Oh my God, I didn't see the table because obviously you
I was on it. That's
But-
the whole table. I thought it was going to be a big table.
Oh, I didn't see it. I just saw
It
you.
was under me.
Obviously, but I couldn't see. You was blocking it.
Yeah, so that's how small it was. You could barely see the table.
Yeah.
And so, they give me these medicines and tell me what it's going to do to me. And I'm sitting here it's going to make me feel what? It's going to make the time feel fast. How? So anyway, It did, because 25 minutes passed. So after I got the medicine, things did started,
Do you remember what they gave you? So if they
gave me an epidural. They gave me a sedative, or whatever you want to call it. And that was to keep my mind clear and to make things quicker. That's what the surgeon, or he was the anesthesiologist or whatever. That's what he was telling me.
Look at you pronouncing big words. Okay.
That's what he was telling me. So he gave me the rundown. So I got 2 shots. One for the epidural, which you need it. You can't go under and get cut without it. And then he was telling me you're gonna be paralyzed from here to here, and I was. I could not move a toe.
Oh my God.
That stuff is scary. It is. It's
I bet
scary.
it is, because when I walked past you, when I first walked into the operating room, I didn't want to look I didn't want to look inside you
They didn't cut me yet.
No, they did.
After they cut me?
When I came in, I think they had to move some stuff around inside you to get the babies out, because I was only in there for 5 minutes until a baby popped out.
You're right. So
they real deal, because when I walked in, they had you spliced
when
open.
you walked in, I had a bag around me. The babies wasn't here yet.
I know, that's what I'm
walked
saying.
Away?
No, when I walked in, like when they first brought me in, I couldn't see nothing. No baby was out, but
they had already cut me?
Yes, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
I didn't know that.
That's why I didn't want to look inside you, because all I saw was red blood. I didn't want to look and see your organs.
Oh my gosh, Davy, I didn't know they
I feel like that would have
cut me
been cool. Like, I could have said, I saw your insides.
I'm so
That's
mad. Like, I didn't
But yeah,
know
because it looked
they
like...
didn't tell me, like, okay, we're going to start cutting. Obviously, I can't feel it, but I
Probably
thought...
so they didn't freak you out. Even if I'm sedated, I'm the type of person, if they said they about to cut my stomach open, I'm like, I'm screaming.
You know, I heard my heartbeat, and it was going real quick, and I was telling myself, like, calm down before your shit explode.
Oh, my God.
So, okay, anyway.
But you was cut open. You had, like, was it saran wrap? Not saran wrap, but
just
like a white
plastic
bag, like, on the outside. Don't look, man, if you walk in to your woman's
oh
C-section.
my God, that's so weird. So, yeah, the room was just not how I expected. It literally looked like I was going under surgery. They was counting forceps, these, clamps, this. And I'm like, okay, we got 4 of those, 8 of those, 2 of those, 3 of those. I'm trying to count with them. Like, why do you need so many tools? The time went by, but I'm thinking, like, everybody's surrounding me. And I was almost going to ask, like, can the dad come in now? And then all of a sudden, they're like, okay, you can come in. And I heard my heart kind of like slow down a little bit. I was like, whew, okay, we got this. The doctors tried to make, light and jokes out of the C-section, talking about baby A is going to be named Ravi and baby B is going to be named Will, because there was William and
Oh, those were
Ravi.
the 2 doctors?
Raju was cut,
oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So they were trying to, and then the one that was poking me with the medicine and stuff and telling me, yeah, they were trying to make me feel good. And so I'm just sitting there.
Don't be naming my son.
I'm just sitting there and I'm looking at David, telling him, like, trying to talk to him. I don't remember what I said. I do remember telling him, like,
I was
I'm
nervous
ready
when I sat next to
and
you.
I'm excited. I know, but you kept your composure. I needed you to for me. So then, long story short, one baby comes out and I hear her cry and I'm like, oh.
That made me so happy.
Yeah, me too.
Because with King, excuse me, we did not hear a cry, like,
but we weren't
for a little bit.
supposed
We
to.
weren't supposed to. We knew that, but I didn't like that when he came out. We wasn't gonna hear a cry, or know he was okay until they sucked all the meconium out of his throat because he ate boo boo.
So I felt pressure. I'm like, did they just take a baby out? He like, yeah. And then immediately I hear her cry and I'm like, oh my gosh. And I do not know why I teared up this time. I think because I was nervous with him. I wasn't where I just wanted to see him. I couldn't, But then when I heard a baby.
You okay? Slow down.
Because he over there licking and inhaling crumbs. So when I heard the baby cry, I think that's what made me emotional. Because I'm like, like, a baby is out. Like, we really did this again. And then a minute later, 2 minutes later, whatever. David want to say it's 2 minutes later, but it was like, in my head, it was a minute later because of how the medicine was.
He gonna need a bath.
I know he is.
He gonna need a bath.
So I heard another baby cry, and I could feel all the pressure, like, just release. It was weird, but it was...
You mean as in your nerves or the weight?
The weight. It was weird, but I was happy because I'm like, okay, like, there's no more weight on me. Then they screamed 6'6", and I'm like, 6 pounds. Is that what they're talking about?
Yeah.
That's what they're talking about? So I don't really remember.
Which one was 6 pounds?
A.
Both
of them were 6, but A was 6'6".
Well, yeah.
I hear babies crying, and I'm like, David, like, we did it. They're here.
Yep, y'all saw that part in the video.
I can't believe they gave him a baby, and I'm sitting there saying cheese, and I didn't even notice that you had a baby in your arms.
You didn't?
No, because we got pictures.
You was high.
Obviously, because then, like, remember when I was telling you, I guess they stapled me?
Yeah.
I started, like, getting pressure on my lungs, and I'm like, I can't breathe.
Oh,
like, it was hard to breathe.
Yeah, she couldn't breathe for a little bit.
And he was like...
Or it was hard to breathe.
The doctor gave me some more medicine. He was like, here, this will help release the pressure or whatever, or make you feel better. And I'm like, okay, but if I can't breathe, and you give me more medicine,
Yeah.
I'm just not going to be able to tell when I'm going, like, I
because
might die.
They told me I could go...
look at the babies?
Was that the first thing? Yeah. They told me I could go look at the first one that came out.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because they took... Which one did they take? They took A into the other room, and I think they, like, washed them up and stuff. You spitting?
Yes.
We gonna continue the video. So we had to wash him up and stuff. They had to wash him up and stuff. And
yeah, so
I just lost my train of thought.
It's okay. Literally, you guys, this King is doing like a 180, not a 360, a 180.
He acting out.
He's backwards.
Next bullet point.
So, we leave the room. I don't know how this all really came about. I just know that they lifted me up and they was like, "Hey, we're not gonna drop you." And I'm like 180 when I gave birth to them, and then they take pounds off of. They take pounds off of you when they take the baby and the placenta's out. By now we can tell they're fraternal. They're not identical. But they took placentas out and stuff. So, I'm probably like 170, something. But they lifted me. It was like 4 people lifted me off that table onto the little bed stretcher thing.
Where was I?
You was out there with the babies. You had to take a picture.
Oh, okay.
So they wheeled me into this like little waiting room in the hallway.
Yeah, that's weird. Where I was sitting out in the vlog.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we went back out there.
So that's what you're talking about.
And they took the baby's temperature. Baby A temperature was a little low. He was like a few degrees low. So they did skin to skin with some warm cloths.
Yep.
That's what we did. And then baby B's temperature dropped a little bit, so they gave you a warm cloth, but his went back to normal.
And we were sitting there for like 3 hours.
I would say an hour and a half, 2 hours. Oh, well,
you
I still
was
had
high.
the medicine, yeah. But we did sit
About
there for a while.
3 hours. I was hungry.
They were trying to teach me how to feed.
Yeah, and I was just sitting there.
No.
What just happened?
I don't know.
We're going to pray on that.
Yeah.
We just got to continue because my phone don't got that much storage.
So they did all that. They told me how to feed and everything. And we eventually got to leave. After they were telling me my blood pressure was low as well. So I couldn't even sit up with the babies. I had to lay back, which was so awkward for me.
She had to feed them like this.
Yeah, and I was like,
get
almost
that milk.
flat. Okay.
Like,
I guess.
Get that milk.
And they moved us to the room, our first initial room. There was no view. David he didn't like that. It was kind of small, I guess, for us to have 2. But then again, King's room was very small.
But from the view, like, it looked like a prison.
It did.
We didn't see nothing but the other window. What's wrong?
And they were telling me, like, you can't. I asked them, I'm like, so can I eat? Or I think he asked, can I go get us food? And they're like, well, she can't really eat anything heavy until she passes gas.
I wasn't even worried about her. I was hungry. I was really hungry.
But I was starving. I had to starve the night
so
before.
I was very worried about her. I wanted her to get some food.
Anyway, he did ask, like, can I leave to get food? Because, the virus and stuff.
For the both of us.
The virus was going on. So, we really can't leave the hospitals and just go play around and do stuff. But they did say he could leave and go get food, but if he was to leave too many times in and out, then they would be like, okay, you've been out too many times, you can't come back. So yeah, I had to eat crackers and drink Sprite for like a few hours. Then they started giving me pills and medicine and IV medicine. So I probably was taking about 4 different medicines initially the first day on an empty stomach, and I literally I threw up maybe once the first day. But
while my food was in the room, man,
I wasn't worried about the food. I was on so many drugs, you guys. I could barely stay up 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It was bad.
We was trying to watch Broadchurch, and she fell asleep 2 minutes into it.
Every time though, we would rewatch it 4 times, and I would fall asleep. Falling asleep breastfeeding the babies, falling asleep talking to nurses, falling asleep just doing anything.
I got a big emoji head.
You kind of do.
No, like I can literally see one of the options on Bitmoji for a face shape. I swear I can. I got a Bitmoji head.
So yeah.
You got a weak character head. Dun, dun,
People,
dun,
okay.
dun,
Listen, we're not gonna get into that. Long story short about my medicine, I ended up having to get a lower dosage of the Percocet because it was making me feel nauseous. Even after, like, I would eat and then take the medicine, I would throw up my whole meal. I would take it before eating and try to eat right after and still feel nauseous and throw up that. So I had to get a lower dosage. I'm not one to take medicine. I barely even take ibuprofen. I remember there was a time David told me I could take like 2 100s of ibuprofen. And I asked him, like, don't drug me up. Like, you gonna
that was only 200 milligrams. You know?
I know, but I never.
I take like 800.
I never take medicine. Anyway, they ended up giving me lower dosages, like, as the days went on. They had to come check my, scar or whatever. My legs were so numb that I thought maybe I was paralyzed. But they eventually started, like, I would try and move my legs and they would just shake. Like, they weren't. You think it's funny because we can't get to you right now.
He jumping on the couch, y'all.
Yeah. So they kept asking, can you feel your legs? And I'm like, no, am I supposed to? So, I'm trying and my legs just shaking and they not really doing this.
Look, you almost fell off the edge. Sit down.
Sit down.
Sit.
Thank you, big boy. Okay, and the next bullet point, actually. That was all. Like, I don't really remember much the first 2 days. I guess we didn't send out pictures to family until Sunday, and we went in Friday, which we FaceTimed everyone. Mm-hmm. But I could barely respond to people because, like, I was taking care of 2 babies trying to put them in my boobs. And then on top of that, I was trying to stay awake. So I had to apologize to everyone because I'm like, did I talk to you yet? If I didn't, sorry. How did you feel after, like, we went to the room and, like, you finally, after you got to eat and there was 2 babies, like, they just break in, like, we really had 2 of these babies, like, 2 at the same time? And
I was amazed. So
were you
I was really happy still. Like, I mean, I'm still happy. I just mean, like, I was really full of joy.
I could tell. It's like you fell in love all over again.
Yeah, I was just mesmerized.
Okay. Well, so yeah, it was more so me that went through everything. Excuse me.
But she did talk about my food. So my food of choice from their cafeteria was a grilled chicken breast with brown rice, 2 cups of the little margarine. What was my vegetable? What else did I get?
Boy, I don't remember. You got rice and bread.
Some French fries, a wheat roll, and an orange with a Sprite.
Yeah, they wasn't bad.
And that was my meal most of the time.
Earlier I thought about it. I was like,
the brown rice and the chicken was good.
Time. I got pizza and it was good and I didn't get no more. I was like, wow, I should have got some more pizza.
That pizza, it was too greasy.
You did not eat it.
But I remember it from the last time it was in the hospital.
No, this time it was like not like that.
Oh, so it was dry.
Okay. They did a whole bunch of tests on the babies. They had to do, the Billy Rubin test, the hearing test, the sight test. Like, they had to do all these tests on the babies. And after doing all of that, they took baby A from us for 6 hours. No, 7 hours, because after that they had to get the results back. So it was 7 hours.
They took our boy
without our baby. I was nervous.
And really, I didn't like it at all. But
that's you, King.
King, what did you do?
They took the test and the Billy Rubin test came back that both of them, baby A's test results, like, the numbers were high. Baby B's tests were, like, moderate, so we got to keep him, but baby A had to go to the nursery. We had no choice. I did not get to see him in the nursery because I couldn't walk out there with baby B because of the stupid virus. We would have had to go one by one, so, I mean, yeah, there's nothing much we could do about that. And I just kept on asking questions whenever they would come in. They're like, "Oh yeah, he's comfortable. He's under the warm light. He's laid out." Da, 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 da.
I went and saw him.
He had his little glasses
2 or 3
on.
times.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Keep
While
on
you
talking.
go get those,
Keep
yeah.
on talking.
So you know they had to keep testing baby B, and basically what they made me do was feed him more often. And since he wasn't latching correctly, I had to use donor's milk because I didn't want to use formula. So I had to feed him more often. And they came to poke my baby in the foot 3 times because his blood kept clotting. And I just did not understand why they couldn't give him a break or use a different foot because they used the same foot twice.
Yeah, and I know that hurt.
Yeah, and baby B is a screamer. He's the one that's,
Baby B, that was
yeah,
baby. Yeah,
he's the screamer. He, he wasn't messing with it. So I felt really, really bad. They were able to bring baby A's bilirubin levels down, so he got to come back in the room with us. I was so happy, but he was so red and warm. I just felt so bad. They were telling us, like, watch his levels when we go home, and that was scary for me. So, just all this, they gave us all this stuff. They gave me papers to look at. We had to sign birth certificates and everything else, and we had to sign so much stuff because there was 2 babies.
Yeah. Oh my God, so much stuff.
We actually moved rooms because
I wanted a better view.
And they said we were going stir crazy in our room. I'm guessing our room was just a bit smaller than the other room. It felt smaller. But yeah, they actually gave him a room with a view.
Yeah, I could see the highway
which
and all
was
the
nice.
cars going by.
We actually stayed an extra day so that I could keep breastfeeding or bring my milk in some because I didn't want to go home without milk.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we had to stay an extra day.
But was that the day where I went home? I went to go see.
You went home to go see King.
Yeah, that day. First of all, I'm gonna just show y'all. These are baby A's sunglasses. We kept them for memories.
Look at the baby glasses.
These little glasses.
It even got little holes, like not holes, but like little dents for the eyeballs.
Oh yeah, so they do.
So we got a video sent of King saying, "Mom, please get me." And that was the first time I heard King say a full sentence. So I know he can talk. He just got to be in desperate measures. He asked the nurse, could he go home? I need this, honey. He asked the nurse, could he go home to see our son and spend some time with him. They said that was okay. And yeah, I don't know how that went because I wasn't there, but I told Debbie, do not FaceTime me when you get home because I don't want him to be upset, which he probably didn't even miss me, but...
He missed you.
Yeah, you went home, you played with them, ate with them.
Stayed there.
You put him to bed.
Yeah, I put him to bed. I stayed there till he went to sleep, so he didn't
You was there for
have
a
to
good 6
feel
hours.
like, so he didn't have to feel like you're leaving again because that video was so sad.
It was a little sad.
Yeah.
So, we got to go home pretty early in the day. It was like around noon. We just had to get some tests done for me, for the boys.
So for the people wondering real quick, we stayed Friday, Saturday, Sunday, went home Monday. We stayed 4 days for the people wondering.
3 nights, 4 days.
3 nights, 4 days.
Yep. We went home. David's dad came to pick me up because the car seats were installed in his mom's car, and that's where the babies had to go. David had Kings in his car. We went home. David went home to change and, tidy up and stuff. And we ended up staying at his parents' house for a week to get extra help. His mom was super helpful. She stayed up 24 hours the first night.
Yeah.
Or I guess
we all
the
did.
whole night. Yeah. Because the babies, turned up on us. They were up every hour or every half hour. Yeah, it was crazy. I know it was a new routine, and not a routine, but a new environment, but it was
still.
Whoa. It was new. So, it was a good experience, though. We got to stay with their parents and just chill and stuff, and it felt good. So then we showed the babies to King. We did not record it because it was kind of
just quick, out of nowhere,
spontaneous
is the word you wanted to use.
Yeah, one of the babies were crying and they were ready to eat, so I just showed King the baby. And then we brought another baby. He was like, oh, baby? He was like basically saying like, let me hold him.
Yeah.
We do have a picture of King holding them. We will show you guys how he reacts to them. He loves to be in their face, trying to kiss them and stuff. But we'll get into that
in another video.
Yeah.
But we want to hear y'all opinion on what video y'all would like next. Would you guys like the face reveal vlog or the name reveal vlog? So y'all let us know down below.
Obviously, they want the the face reveal.
You don't know that?
Okay.
Y'all let us know.
Let them know that I'm right.
You're not the support. You're not them. They looking at us.
Bye.
You trying to end the video already?
She just said bye.
But y'all let us know in the comment section down below about that. It was a good process all around. I'm happy. It was beautiful. You did a great job. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
King, what are you doing? Oh. But you got anything else to say?
I'm a sleep deprived mama who has not eaten all day, who breastfeeds 2 babies, and I'm hungry. I just had to get that off my chest.
So that means we about to end the video. So like I said in the beginning, hope you guys enjoyed this video. First and foremost. But yeah. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you are new here, and that notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Follow us on our social media, which is down below in the description box. And yeah, let us know what y'all want to see next, the face reveal or the name reveal. King is like, I don't know. But
why?
That's a crumb.
I'm not
You just
not
want
keeping
another
it
cookie?
hostage. Okay.
We're just gonna get you another cookie. Alright then, y'all. Peace. Say bye. Blow him a kiss. Okay. Alright.
Yeah, big boy.
Thank you.